Derek, obviously you heard the reaction at full time. This club has had numerous of these kind of results of late. Fans are losing patience. What do you say to them to try and encourage them to stick by the team? Because right now patience does seem to be thin on the ground.
I think they need something to get behind, and they need to see action, and they need to see a team who was better than what we were today. I think there was wee moments, and I think we've had wee moments in the 4 games that was mentioned, but nowhere near enough. So I'm not going to sit here and ask for understanding and patience. I didn't enjoy watching the second half, so I quite understand the frustrations of that. And as I said, it's been more than just these 4 games where the frustration starts to build, and they need somewhere to vent that. But they should be seeing a better performance, and we'll aim to give them that. We will, and it's not been the start we wanted, but the intention is still to have the outcome that we wanted come the end of the season, and we're still working hard towards that. We've got money to spend, we've got good ownership, we've got a lot of younger players. What we could do with just a wee bit of help, and but we need to try and win games as we go along, because if you don't win games, everything becomes so much more difficult. Everything gets scrutinised when you don't win a game of football, everything, and that's just par for the course. So that's not going to change. The only thing that has to change is getting more winning performances, and hopefully we can have that Sunday.
Do you need a few players there just to almost take the decision out of your hand in terms of changing things in certain positions and give you that bit more consistency and I guess help those next to them as well?
Yeah, there's a wee bit square pegs and round holes, a wee bit tonight again. No natural left back to play, no left-sided centre backs. That natural flow. So there's a lot of things that we would still look to try and get. We've got some players who are not quite at full fitness. With Yokota and Nico, and Nico's got a wee bit of an ankle complaint going on at the minute as well that we need to try and manage. So some boys aren't quite there, and some boys are still trying to find their best form as it happens at this stage of the season. But I think what we saw towards the end of the game was a lot of inexperience in the team, and I just want us to try. It's my job to try and help these boys perform better. And I do think with some additions in terms of balance and in terms of quality, it would certainly help. There's no, I think a blind man can see that. But we've got the basis of a good squad here. But to get the best from them, getting a few more in would help.
And just on St Mirren as well, how do you look ahead to that tie and how they've started the season as well?
So I've watched them the last couple of games, and obviously, they've changed how they want to play this season. They stayed up with the skin of their teeth last season, and you have to say they've had two strong performances. There's a lot of players there that I know, and a good idea of how they want to play the game come Sunday. So I think they'll come here on the back of a couple of wins, qualifying for the League Cup and through the group stages, and come here confident. So we've got work to do, and it will need our full attention, particularly where we're at the minute. We've just got to make sure that we see where we're all at tomorrow morning, dust ourselves down, who's fit and available, see if there's any new additions that can come in and help the team, and just go and deal with a cup tie. But we could just do with winning a game and getting a wee bit of confidence into the lads and getting a wee bit of more optimism into the support.